My name is Heather Moore, and this is my informative speech on genealogy, and these are my audience members. Genealogy is a look into your past to see who you are related to. Maybe you're related to somebody famous. You and everything about you is a direct influence of every ancestor you have. Think about the thousands of people who have come before you that have donated genetic material to make you what you are today. How many of those ancestors do you know anything about? Your parents, your grandparents, and even a few may know something about their great-grandparents. But beyond that, who are those faceless people you are related to? How did they live? What did they do? Where did they live? What characteristics did you inherit from them? Do you know if or how they were involved in the historical date you plowed through in American history, or even the world history? We all know how 9/11 impacted our lives and what we felt, how we still feel, what major events influenced those who made you what you are today. Did one of those ancestors fight in World War II, World War I, or the Civil War, or even the Revolutionary War? Did they help settle the New World, come here free, indented slave, or perhaps they were already here when the first white man stepped on this land? Did they survive the Black Death that ravaged Europe? If not, for all those unknown individuals, you would not be here today, nor would you be exactly who and what you are. Would you like to look back through a mist of time and discover where you came from? If so, genealogy can be the means that allow you to get to know your ancestors as real people. By learning about the past, we can understand who we are and why we think like we do. Before you can begin any actual research, you must first prepare to record what you find. Depending on the type of research you are doing, you may want to make use of handheld tape recorder, note information in a notebook, or on a chart made for specific information. Like this one, this is for generation ancestor chart, and you would fill it out. In a public library or courthouse, you will definitely want to get photocopies of original records and books. A quick search online will show several sources you can use to obtain forms or charts that are printed to record specific data. Among these are family group sheets, a record. This is a family group sheet. This is what it looks like. Family group sheets to record vital statistics and notes on individual families. Ancestors charts will allow you to chart your direct line of descendants, and census forms will allow you to record all permanent data from a census by year. The best way to start gathering data is with what you already know. Record all data about yourself, your children, parents, and spouse. Interview in person or through mail the older members of your family, including grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Use a tape recorder to record the conversations you do in person. 30 years from now, you will cherish those of your grandparents. When you write, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope as a courtesy. Once you find where one ancestor was born, look in a local records for what area for more leads. Grandpa Joe, for instance, was born in Pendleton County, Kentucky in 1930. So look in the 1930 Pendleton County, Kentucky censuses for him with his family, including his parents and siblings. It will also tell you which state his parents say they were born in. Then check census records in that state for your great-grandparents. What other types of records should you look at? Of course, there are census which are available once they are at least 75 years old. Plus, check church membership records, death and cemetery records, marriage and land records, wills, military records, social group records, such as Masons or Woodsmans and Elk, and even criminal records. You never know where you will find that elusive ancestor hiding. Researching genealogy today is much easier due to the internet. There are thousands of records online. Again, a quick internet search will give you ideas of where to look. A few of the more popular and reliable sources include sites like FamilySearch.org. This site, ran by the Mormon Church, is free to everyone for research. Their records include every county and every state's courthouse records, plus family records of individuals you can search. There are also paid sites such as Ancestry.com, which is a paid membership site. For a source of links to various records, there are sites such as Cindy'sList.com, some of which are free and others charge for use. And finally, there is a nationalarchives.gov, which contains numerous genealogical records to search. You may also find someone else already researching a line of your family at group sites, such as rootwebs.ancestry.com. These sites you can search or make a post asking for help finding ancestors by surname. For the truly dedicated researcher, you may want to subscribe to several publications available. For instance, Everton's Genealogical Helper, published by the Mormon Church, has articles to help you improve research skills. Actual records or their locations and queries for individuals on ancestors they are researching, which just might be the same one you are looking for. Another general search magazine is Ancestry Magazine, which is similar to the Helper. Then there are always publications from different locations, usually published by the genealogical societies located in that area. For example, Tennessee records from societies in that state, plus publications from different internet searches, such as Civil War, World War I and II, or social clubs or local histories that are in print. Build your family tree one person at a time. Beginning with yourself and working backwards, remember you will double the amount of people you're searching every time you go back a generation. There is one of you, 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 grandparents, and so on. So be very sure you make notes of where you found your ancestors in the records. This is called documentation, and is your only way to verify your records are accurate. If someone else is researching the same lines and offers to share their information, be sure to get their documentation as well. And when you share yours, include yours as well. Why would you want to know about your ancestors, you may ask? Many reasons come to mind. Medical history, information on where certain physical characteristics come from, your family's involvement in historical events, and even a direct connection to all of those who came before you, who made you who you are. Who exactly are you, and where did you come from? Why do you look like you do, act like you do, or have health issues like you do? Are you related to someone famous from the pages of history? The answers to these questions are in your ancestry. and can be found in genealogy. Genealogy can become a lifetime hobby, one that has many rewards. You will learn about history, learn to solve puzzles, and most importantly, learn about the people you are directly related to, and those genetic material make you what you are today.
Show the book.
This is an example of genealogy.
Okay. Your ancestor charts.
These are
newspaper clippings, photos.
These are just newspaper clippings, pictures, charts. This is from my family. A wedding certificate. And so on. That is how you do genealogy. It's very fun and interesting. It's very fun to see if you're related to anybody famous. And this is my audience again.